Hi, and welcome to the first episode of JLBSportsTV. I'm your host, Justin Block, and I started this channel basically to further my interest as a sports blogger. I've blogged over at Sportingnews.com for about 2 years now, and really I got bored of writing, so I'm using this channel to reinvigorate my passion about sports blogging. And if you want to check out some of my older blog posts over at Sportingnews.com, the link is in the sidebar. Now, our first story of the day comes from the world of European soccer. Football club Chelsea are appealing 4 and 2 game bans for their striker Didier Drogba and right back Jose Boswinga, as well as a €100,000 fine against the club. Drogba is suspended for his angry on-field antics and a shouting match with head referee Tom Verbo, where he was even caught on camera saying, well, I'll just let Didier do the talking for you.
The referee from Norway is the strongest official you can put down. This is supposed to put down. This is supposed to put down. This is supposed.
Now, right back, Jose Boswinga called Verbo a thief in a post-game interview. Verbo was the center of controversy basically because he rejected 4 penalty appeals during the second leg of the Barcelona-Chelsea semi-finals Champions League clash in May. Chelsea was about to advance to the final, but Andre Iniesta's beautiful 20-yard strike stole the game for Barcelona and Barcelona's trip to the finals. I want to know exactly on what grounds Chelsea are appealing on. I mean, Drogba cursed out the ref on TV and probably to his face, and numerous Chelsea players were highly critical of Verbo, which you simply cannot do. They knew UEFA was going to come down hard, as they did. It was warranted, as they need to protect the really overall respect of the referees, and as well the sanctity of the game. They're protecting the sanctity of the game, as well as just the overall sportsmanship. I mean, there has to be a level of dignity and sportsmanship in Chelsea players. I also thought that center midfielder Michael Ballack was lucky for not getting a ban after his appeal for a penalty inside the box was denied. His appeal was basically running down the sidelines at Verbo, screaming in his face for the appeal, which you simply cannot do. And to add insult to injury, Chelsea supporters even hurled crap at Verbo and the Barcelona players from the stands. They also made death threats against them, and Verbo had to be snuck out of the country in the middle of the night to avoid possible murder over a football game. Chelsea condemned the actions of their fans in a statement after the game, and now they're appealing the €100,000 fine, which is directly addressing the actions of their fans after the game, which is just straight hypocrisy. Chelsea fans, you should use their damn heads. You know UEFA is going to come down hard to you and protect the refs and the game, so don't act like idiots to get your club in trouble. And now your club has to go pretend to defend you when they're really just making themselves out to be hypocrites. First they condemn your actions, and now they're appealing them trying to protect you. Just use your heads, Chelsea fans. Now, I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, so here's a shout out to all the good people at PackerHQ.net. Good people over there. I'm friends with a couple of them on Facebook as well as Sportingnews.com. Great Wisconsin sports fans. My shout out to them. Go visit their site. Link is on the sidebar. And here's also my Brett Favre rant. Now, I would love to see this asshole come back. I mean, I already hate the guy for painting out the Packer organization to be the bad guys last summer, and now he wants to stick it to us. Well, he can go ahead because he won't improve the Vikings, and the Vikings rely on running the ball with AP all day and a staunch defense. That's the basis of their team. But to truly become an elite team, they really just need a respectable passing attack, which I really don't believe Brett Favre can provide. Favre's style of quarterbacking goes against what the Vikings like to do. Now, they like to do on offense is to run the ball, run the ball, dink and dunk, just get short completions to just manage the game out of the quarterback. Favre did have that nice 68% completion percentage, but he also had an awful 22-22 touchdown to interception ratio, which is very bad for a 40-year-old quarterback coming off season shoulder surgery. Every time Favre has the ball in his hands, he's an automatic risk for a turnover, which means less touches for Adrian Peterson, the league's best running back, and more pressure on an aging defense. Having a turnover-prone quarterback on a running team is bad news. Their current quarterback situation is fine for them right now, and I think Tavares Jackson is a fine option. After he came back from benching last year, he only threw 1 interception and had completion percentages of 80+ in all 4 of the games that he came back in. Not surprisingly, the Vikings won 3 out of those 4 games. Jackson has progressed greatly, and he's less interception prone than Favre or Sage Rosenfels. Even though I think Sage Rosenfels is a fine NFL QB, he too likes to gamble, making him, in my mind, a poor man's Brett Favre. Favre is nothing more than a 1-year Band-Aid, and the Vikings really have the components in place right now for a good run for 5 years, as they have Adrian Peterson, who's still young, and a good defense. They're really risking all that progress they've made by starting Favre at quarterback instead of the obvious quarterback of the future, which is 26-year-old Tavares Jackson. Basically, Favre throws too many interceptions, takes away touches from Adrian Peterson, puts more pressure on the defense. Just bad news for the Vikings. And honestly, they'd be better off without him. And that's all for today. I'm Justin Block. Today is June 21st, and this is JLB Sports TV.